All right, let's go. Welcome to the Uncharted Way. I'm so grateful that you are interested, and I'm actually just going to welcome you in already, and I'm going to treat you like you're already part of the community. But my intention is simply to give you a no pressure preview to understand the context of this community and how it will benefit you and why you need to jump in with us. Okay. So, first off, my name is Peter Birchfield. If we haven't met yet, that's my wife, Sarah Joy, and we are here to pioneer with you. We love Jesus. We live in Texas, and we are always committed, to just add value wherever we can. And for me, I serve as a pastor in my home church on our pastoral team, and I also offer faith-based coaching online. It's been an amazing way for me to try new things, branch out, and just serve leaders. Because of what I do locally and relationally, I've learned over the past 15 plus years that leaders need a lot of love, a lot of encouragement, a lot of caregiving and coaching. And when I needed it the most, I found it in the format of coaching. And I'm so grateful that I got access to some really life-giving mentors, coaches, and communities where I could show up and not have it all figured out and almost kind of show up anonymously. That's not the right phrase, but just kind of be a part of something bigger and feel the momentum of it and not feel like you have to create all of this energy just to take a really small step. You kind of get pulled into a lot of momentum, and that can be a real gift. So anyways, I have been if you're kind of wondering what's going on, yes, I have training, I have education, I have experience. I've been in organizational leadership over a decade. I have led teams. I have launched brands. I have branched out again and again. And I've really launched out now in this entrepreneurship thing. But my intention is not to leave behind anything that I've been a part of in my journey, my story. It's actually to just carry it further, go further, and to serve more leaders with it. And so if that resonates with you, then you're in the right group. Okay. Now, that's enough for me. You kind of know a little bit about me and coaching, and really just my why is to help leaders show up in their next phase more prepared. And a lot of times we feel unprepared. And that's what this community is about. Maybe you feel unprepared to make a change. Maybe you feel unprepared to step into a new level of leadership, or maybe you just feel unprepared to figure everything out on your own. This is going to be an amazing community for you because together we're going to learn what it means to choose the uncharted way. Now, I say choose very intentionally because I think at the heart of what we need to deal with as a community is indecision. Indecision is unintentionally a choice. We don't realize it, but we are choosing. If you are avoiding, if you are outsourcing, if you are abdicating your own sense of agency, you're still choosing. And many times we feel helpless, powerless, but you gave that empowerment away, whether you realize it or not. Indecision is a choice. And it's the choice we make to wait for someone else to figure things out instead of us. I'm going to tell you just a quick story and then we'll keep going. But this really hit home for me when I was dating Sarah Joy. She is now my wife, my first and only. And when I wanted to marry her, I literally just kind of hit the end of the road. There was no path in front, and I didn't know how it was going to happen or how I was going to do it. And I wish back then that I know what I know now, but I didn't, and that's okay. And I'm so thankful because Sarah Joy has been very patient with me, and she's made every step of our relationship and now marriage sweet. But looking back, I would definitely marry her sooner because she's the absolute best. She's my best friend, and she's just constant inspiration. And every day is just an adventure. And so I'm kind of scratching my head, honestly, now, and I'm thinking, dang it, what was I thinking? Why did I think this was so hard? Why did I think this was so difficult and impossible? When now looking back, I'm like, this was one of the best things that happened to me, second to meeting Jesus. So the thing is, you have such a hopeful future in front of you. You have such an amazing life with many chapters yet to come. And right now, you're kind of on the closed door side where you don't see it, you don't know it. But if there were a way, that maybe your future self could just encourage you and reassure you, hey, you got this. Like, there's stuff you're sitting on, there's stuff you're parked on that you're unwilling to take ownership of. But if you can just take ownership of figuring out the next step or figuring out the next stage and just kind of making that commitment and jumping into your next chapter with a kind of a running start, you'll figure it out. You're not going to break. You're not going to fail if you have the right motive and a great support system to carry you through. So that's kind of, I would say, a big milestone in my life that encouraged me to choose the uncharted way, to do the thing I've never done before, to see myself kind of in a new role, right? A new way. And we have to do that over and over and over again. I'm even thinking of a scripture that says we die daily, and obviously that refers to our life with Christ. But man, practically, I'm thankful that I get to grow and show up differently. I'm thankful that there are new mercies and new beginnings waiting on me, because I need work and I know it. And so I'm not going to get stuck and just, plateau where I'm at, either because I have this inflated sense of self-importance or because I just feel unprepared and unqualified, to step out on my own. And I just think so many people, I don't just think this, I've observed this, in so many different contexts by being a leader and working with leaders. I've seen really well-meaning people waste years of their life because they're unwilling to make the uncharted choices. They are abdicating, they're outsourcing, they're waiting on someone else to show them the way, when actually you're going to have to figure some things out on your own. Okay? So here we go. Why does this happen? Simply put, too often we can settle for an unchallenged life. We're not going to go outside of our comfort zone or what we have already, considered to be normal. And it's because we're unwilling to follow through on decisions that are going to take us into our uncharted territory. You have dreams, you have hopes, you have this beautiful future you've been kind of daydreaming about. You have this sense of calling inside of you, and you're like, man, that would be amazing. But honestly, there's a huge gap. There's no road between, the future that you're looking at with your imagination and where you are today at this point in your life. And that's where you have to be the pioneer, right? And you've got to wayfind and workshop your way to that hopeful future. And you can do it. You got it. You just need that confidence and the coaching to get you through that process. So my encouragement is this: instead of giving up the future you're really hoping for, let's work at becoming the kind of person who can effectively make those uncharted choices and make that real progress that leads to the meaningful life that's been in your heart. And I get it. You're like, I don't think I could do that right now. Exactly. That's why you're going to grow. That's why you're going to make real uncharted progress in every area of your life. And so that really is the purpose, the mission, the promise of this community. It's imagine yourself making uncharted progress in every direction of your life. There are routines and habits that we've already established. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the new stuff that's going to help you show up in that hopeful future. The new stuff, the different stuff that you've had on your goals and your tasks for a while, but you just haven't gotten yourself around to doing it. Maybe it's, really establishing a strong workout habit. Maybe it's being the writer. Maybe it's launching that business. Maybe it's stepping out in faith, with this community that's in your heart. Whatever it looks like, we've got all of these hopes that are out there, beyond our comfort zone. And we visit them temporarily, but we don't see how we're going to accomplish all of it. And the way we accomplish all of it is we grow our capacity north, south, east, and west. And so now you have a bigger boundary line and you can actually take ownership of more opportunities because you've been putting in the future work, right? So imagine yourself making uncharted progress in every direction of your life. We're going to talk about that a lot: north, south, east, and west. That's personally and at home and at work or in your business, and then in your community and with the impact that's waiting on you to make. So I want to remind you, why this matters. It's because waiting isn't working. Like, imagine yourself just going it alone, trying to figure it out on your own. How much longer is that going to take? How much more money are you going to be, sinking into all of these toys and tools that you think are going to be the silver bullet for the stuff that you've been waiting on? I have found personally that when we connect with like-minded people and we really go for it in that kind of context, we really do find the way to our hopeful future. So with faith-based coaching, this Uncharted community is leading in multiple fields of life where the future is happening. I'm going to be sharing some case studies with you a little bit later, but I just want to invite you, be a part of this community, be an early adopter. This is literally the first wave that you get to be a part of it. This is ground level stuff. And I'm so excited. I want you to really feel like this is for you. I want you to feel like this is my opportunity to make uncharted progress in every direction of my life. And we're going to have to do that. It's not just like a fun idea. You're going to have to grow personally. You're going to have to be really stable and balanced in your home life and in your family and key relationships. You're going to have to step up and lead on the next level and think strategically and really go for it in your work and in your business. And then you're also going to have to be dreaming and, volunteering for the amazing moves of God that are happening all around us. So choose the uncharted way. Be okay with taking on the challenges as the opportunity to really grow. So here's what you'll get inside the community. Starting today, you get access to all of this. You'll get access to a self-paced course. I created it. It's called Pioneer of the Year. It's all about reclaiming your time and expanding your territory. It's amazing. I've been sharing this with clients for many years now, and it really has given them the framework that they need to grow in life and leadership. It'll help you with life planning and pioneering leadership. Also, you'll get access to live coaching. This is going to be a new feature. We are going to be showing up in these coaching groups. I call them cohorts, and you're going to get the clarity and the accountability that you need to make more progress, right? Just what's that next horizon line we're going for, the next 90 days, the next 30 days, whatever it is. And you're going to have that infusion of future focus, which is so valuable. You'll also get access to personalized strategies, and that kind of goes two ways. So the first way is I am doing executive coaching. I'm working with entrepreneurs and church leaders and business owners. I'm working with solopreneurs and content creators. Just an amazing mix of people, which you'll see in a second. And I'm learning things all the time. I'm literally frontline thinking about leadership and working with some amazing pioneering leaders on a weekly basis. And so I'm bringing all of those personalized strategies into this community. So, in a way, you're getting a huge benefit because they're making a bigger investment and yet you get to benefit from it. So, that's pretty cool. In addition, personalized strategy means you're going to get frameworks to navigate beyond your frustrations, and you'll get tools and frameworks that actually work in your context. Some of it is you applying it, and some of it is us working together to figure out how it's going to work for you. Okay, so what I don't want you to hear is that it's all mapped out. It's all figured out. Here are the roads to get exactly where you need to go. That's the exact opposite of what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to choose the uncharted way, and you have to be okay with like launching out and figuring things out as you go. But the good news is you're not going to do it alone. You're going to have a support system. You're going to have a community. You're going to have great coaching, and together we're all going to be navigating and creating this hopeful future in our own fields. In addition, you'll get a big bonus, access to exclusive offers that only this community will see. Okay, so big stuff is in the works, and I would love for you to join at the ground level now. It is so easy to join now. Number one, you just choose the Uncharted Way. You resonate with this. Maybe you're a multi-passionate person. You want to live on purpose. You value faith-based coaching, and you really know that this is going to be the next step that's going to help you in your leadership journey. Number two, you're going to access everything on demand, like I mentioned. I'll be making another video soon to explain how we interact in this coaching platform. This coaching platform has been such a help for me to scale my coaching, and I just want to give you a walk around, kind of give you an orientation, so that way you feel really comfortable being a part of this community. And it might feel a little different at first, but just like anything, we're going to learn it together, and then you'll be teaching other people real soon. All right, then number three is enjoy uncharted progress with us. And that's so fun when we get to celebrate wins and we get to show up for these different cohorts and just see all the amazing things that's happening in so many different fields. That is a big part of my why I do this, is I love seeing leaders really crush it, really go further, faster, and pioneer. That's amazing. We need to encourage our pioneering leaders. So now you're just going to get just a little sample of real people who have been a part of my coaching. And obviously I don't have testimonials yet for this community specifically, but I do have some real testimonials for my coaching. They've interacted with me. Full disclosure, many of these are friends, but they are professionals. They are leaders, and they're doing amazing things. And I don't want to disqualify them just because they knew me before I started coaching. So I have Chris, who is a pastor, and he said in his own words that going through this coaching felt like he was getting the best of the best. I mean, I just need to hear that maybe once a year, and I'll keep figuring this out as we go. So that's really cool. Phil is a music artist, and he says after working on his life and going through this leadership coaching, then he feels equipped for the season ahead. And that's what we really need. We need to go into the next chapter with a go for it. We need a go for it mentality. Many times we avoid the things that make us grow and actually we need to embrace it and see how we're actually leading by example. Sean, he is, I would say, kind of a unicorn because he is so multi passionate. It is wild. Um, but, anyways, he's a property developer, he's a city leader. He's just doing amazing things, a real futurist, I would say. And, anyways, he's the one who said, going through this coaching process, that he was glad that he got to create and live out a balanced life. Whenever you're willing to really pioneer north, south, east, west, you're dreaming big about personal goals and family goals and team goals and community goals / ministry goals, right? It can kind of feel intimidating, and you're wondering how to make it all happen. And I want to encourage you, that's not just pie in the sky idea. That is a real lifestyle that is calling to you to grow your capacity so you can be showing up as a strength and not a burden for other people. All right, Kelly. Everybody knows Kelly. We love and appreciate her. She is the co-host of the Honesty Club podcast. She and my wife, Sarah Joy, they are the amazing creators and hosts of the Honesty Club podcast. And I love her feedback because she said going through the coaching, it really empowered her with successful planning. I'm like, Kelly, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm trying to bring across. I want people to feel successful because they have tools to actually make the actionable progress in their life. And so maybe you feel like I'm not a planner. I don't know how to do that. Like, this is going to help you step by step go through all these tactics that these amazing leaders have been learning. And then Stephen is an entrepreneur. I was actually just finishing up a coaching round with him today, and he said this is a whirlwind in a positive way. Now, I know him, so I take it as a huge compliment, and it is true. I gotta warn you, because when you are making uncharted progress in every direction, north, south, east, and west, at first you feel kind of intimidated by it, because if you don't have a grip on how to grow in every direction of your life, then you're going to feel constantly attacked on all sides. It's like you're getting ambushed north, south, east, and west. And that leads to burnout. It leads to, depression, anger. Your relationships can't hang because you're just suffering, and other people are suffering around you because you're meant to be a strength to them and not a burden. And yet your unwillingness to really take ownership of this process is causing other people to suffer while they're waiting on you to show up as a leader in these different fields. So, I get the pain, but I want to encourage you, eventually what's going to happen, I don't know at what point, if it's days or weeks or months or whatever, but there is a huge opportunity for you where, instead of feeling attacked and ambushed on all sides, you're going to start advancing on all sides. You're going to start seeing yourself make real progress, and then even uncharted progress. You're going to see yourself accomplishing and experiencing things that you didn't even put in your prayer journal. You're going to be like, this is bigger than I imagined. What is it? It's because you were willing to trust that journey of choosing the uncharted way. Okay, so what I wanted this to be is a lightweight approach. And I've worked with leaders, and y'all are my people. I'm just trying to, maybe you have an aspiration to be a leader in your field. Maybe you already are a leader. Primarily, I work with executive leaders and entrepreneurs. That's kind of becoming a bit of my tribe. But what I would say is, I know y'all, and I'm calling you out. Some of y'all are too busy to even be helped, because I'm here reaching out and calling you and encouraging you and building you up. And you're just too busy because you're just like in this fog, and you got kind of this like dizziness happening because you're just kind of going around north, south, east, and west. And I see it and I know how to help you because somebody's helped me and other people have been on that journey with me. And now I'm ready to, encourage other people and add huge value and see other people win big. And I realized, okay, what's this really going to take? It's going to take a lightweight approach. It's got to be so lightweight that even if you're running 100 miles a minute, you're going to learn how to get real margin in your life, how to find momentum for your team, how to gain mastery in your leadership, and how to enjoy the journey while you do it. And so this is a community for multi-passionate people who value faith-based coaching, and you're going to get a lightweight approach. It's not complicated. It's not hard. I mean, literally, you got on-demand content. You can access it for the entire year. You're going to show up for these live coaching cohorts, and we're going to help you figure it out, and we're not going to overthink it. We're just going to keep putting in the reps to see the results that matter, okay? It's going to help you become a better leader, and you're going to be showing up on a leadership level personally and professionally, right? You're also going to be making real progress in every direction of your life. I want you to access it now because this is the ground level. This is the first mention of this community. You're hearing it first, and you're probably getting this because you're on an email list or you're a friend of a friend or something. But I want you to know that I'm genuinely grateful to work with leaders and to encourage people who care about the way they're showing up in the future. And this is going to help you sharpen your leadership, okay? This is going to help you learn how to lead well no matter where you are, no matter what field of life or what field of work you're in. And then hopefully as we get together, you're going to begin to see your learning curve get shorter. And it's going to be an amazing experience. I don't know what's going to happen through this, but I know that I'm choosing the Uncharted Way, and I'm inviting you to choose the Uncharted Way as well. When I think about my faith journey, being a Christ follower, Jesus is the way, truth, and life, right? And he says that you gotta choose the way, and that way that he leads us in is uncharted. He didn't promise us this perfect path where everything's mapped out and we understand it all. He's actually calling us to trust and to put in the effort, to really get committed to the process, and we know that there's hope. The future is an act of hope, and so I hope that you just really feel like this is for you. This is your invitation. This is your moment. This is the thing you've been waiting on. And I would encourage you, stop waiting on other people and make the commitment to start working on yourself again. Join the Uncharted Way. I'll see you inside this amazing community.